Okie dokie. Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing, I have a couple of bananas that have not gotten eaten, and as much as I love feeding them to my chickens, I gotta use them. So welcome back, I'm Rebecca. Today we are going to be doing banana chocolate chip oatmeal cookies. Now, I usually don't make cookies during the summer. We do like popsicles and things like that, or I'm talking like my kids are younger. We do ice cream, things that'll cool you off. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I realized that my horse trough was empty, and so I had to run out really quick and fill it. But I don't do a lot of baking, too much baking during the summer because, again, it's super warm and I don't like running my oven at all. So we do a lot of grilling, we do a lot of smoking, and do a little bit in the house, but I try not to do too much. Any of those of you going through menopause, you know what I'm talking about. So today we are going to get rid of these bananas. We're going to do, I think, a couple different recipes. The first one, again, like I said, what we're going to do is oatmeal banana chocolate chip cookies. I'm likely going to freeze them, and that way when my daughter wants some, or my husband, who claims to not have a sweet tooth, wants some, we can just pull them out and slice them and throw them in the oven. This should be a pretty quick recipe. I've got right here some mashed bananas. I've got it's one mashed banana, my chocolate chip, my oats are back here. And in my bowl, I'm doubling this recipe. So I have 4 cups of all-purpose flour. I have got 1 tablespoon of salt. I've got 1 tablespoon of baking powder. I've got 1 tablespoon of baking soda. I've got 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, and we've got our butter here that is softened as well. So we are going to go ahead and combine our wet ingredients first. That's going to be your butter, your banana, your vanilla. Your vanilla, you're going to be adding 2 teaspoons. So we're going to do 4 teaspoons. All right, 4 teaspoons. I think I actually need more butter because I'm doubling this, and the recipe is going to call for 3/4 cup. So I need to add some more butter. Get that melted. The really cool thing about this recipe is that typically with cookies, and I do this during the holidays, and you'll see when winter rolls around what I do. I start baking my holiday cookies around Halloween. And the reason why I do that is because I do make so many different varieties, and what makes it easier is to make all of these on like one night, freeze them, roll them up in wax paper, freeze them, and then when it's Christmas time and you're ready to go, and if you're delivering cookies to the neighbors, if you're doing things like that, just slice them up, cook them, and you're ready to go. You're not spending hours in the kitchen, which I did not like doing. So I decided I was going to do it that way. All right. So that is going to be 3 full sticks of butter. And I'm going to want to put another banana in there. It looks like the chickens will get at least 1 banana today. All right, we'll get that all mashed up. And your butter you'll want softened. I know a lot of the recipes call for browned butter, which I have not ventured into yet. I think there's a recipe that I've been wanting to do called brown butter cowboy cookies, which are truly my favorite cowboy cookies because they've got lots of texture. All right, so we've got this mixed somewhat. You don't want to over mix this because it will get tough when you combine everything, but you'll want to get at least those big chunks of butter out of there. All right. My mom used to make cookies by the pound when she was alive, and I don't know how she did it, but she did. Alrighty, next we're gonna do 1 full cup of brown sugar. All right, put it in there. Forgot what I was doing for a second there. All right, 1 full cup of brown sugar. Put my little teddy bear back in there. If you haven't tried those terracotta sugar softeners, they are truly the best. I've used them for years and years because, like I said before, I was not a baker, and my brown sugar would always get super hard and stale and just was yucky. All right, so we've got those all in there. Get those mixed in, and I usually use my mixer for this, but it says not to over mix, and I don't want to get them over mixed. And I would likely do that with my mixer because I tend to forget things. All right, so we are going to get these wet ingredients mixed in with the dry. Get that cinnamon in there all incorporated. All right. Okie dokie. So here we are going to use start off with 1 cup of oats, 1 cup of chocolate chips, and we'll get this all incorporated, and then we'll see what the consistency is, and then we'll decide if we're going to add more oats or what. We'll let that sit for a few minutes. Because we're using bananas, your wet ingredients are going to be super wet. I forgot my egg. The dogs noticed too. All right, you've got 2 eggs. Rufus? No. I'll get this all incorporated, and I think we're good with just 1 cup of oats. Now, if you want it oaty, you definitely can add 1 more cup. You can smell the bananas. It smells so good. All right, let's get our baking sheet. Yeah, we'll just do 1. Okie dokie. Supposed to be in the 90s again this week. All right, so we've got that all incorporated. And you probably could get away with doing another cup of oats. I'm going to leave them as is. You're going to preheat your oven to 350. And these are going to go in and bake for 9 to 12 minutes. Don't overcook them. Roscoe? These dogs. My husband is out getting horse feed right now, which is why I have the dogs. All right, now you don't need to chill this at all. All right. There you go. We're going to stick those in the oven for 9 to 12 minutes. All righty. It has been about 12 minutes. And these are looking just done. Now you're going to want to pull them. They are going to be super soft because you've got a lot of banana in there. There's a lot of moisture. Right when the edges start to brown, that's when you're going to pull them off and out of the oven. And I'm going to let these sit here before I put them on the cooling rack. Those smell so good. And then for freezing, all I do is wrap it in like a cookie dough roll, stick it in some wax paper, roll the wax paper, make sure you unroll the wax paper. So if you've got any creases, it won't get stuck in there in the freezing. Then I stick it in a bag, stick it in the freezer, and you are good to go for 3 months on these. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you try the cookies. They look and smell so good. Next recipe we're going to make, I've only got one banana left, so let's check it out and see, and then we'll be back. Have a great day, everyone.